Anybody.
Mommy,
There's the movie star. We
How
got
are
him. Hi, George. Good morning.
to see you. How are you? What a wonderful community here, huh?
Yes, thank you for coming.
Yeah, I'm sure they know you well.
Say hello to Mr. Free. He's host.
My name is Chaskel Bennett. I am an activist from the Jewish community, the Catskills Homeowners Alliance. I own a home in Woodridge, New York. I live in Brooklyn, New York as well. I am not a paid employee of the George Phillips for Congress campaign. In fact, my only benefit of having George Phillips for Congress elected is that I believe in my heart that he is the right man for this community. And that is my entire focus on this project. I'd like to recognize, it's always dangerous to recognize, but let's see how bad I really am. I'd like to recognize State Senator Bonasek for coming and being a participant in this morning's event. I'd like to thank Sheriff Schiff for coming. I'd like to thank Under Sheriff Shabodi for coming. I'd like to thank George Kuhn for coming. I'd like to thank Tony Salini for coming. I'd like to thank everybody for coming today. Tony Salini is a hero for coming today. I would say more than some of us, because aggravation certainly can't be far away. But I will say, I came up from Brooklyn this morning and I will do it again tomorrow. I believe in my heart that this country is going in the wrong direction. I believe in my heart that we can do better. I'm a volunteer ambulance man for 18 years. I served at 9/11. I can talk all about myself, I don't want to, but my credentials are as follows. I am an American citizen who cares deeply about this country. And I see the country that I love and the country that's been so good to all of us. Certainly my community, the children and grandchildren of Holocaust survivors, going in the wrong direction. And to throw your hands up in the air and to say, yeah, it's terrible, it's no good, it's horrible, yeah, this in Washington and Albany. We have to do something concrete to change that direction. We can't just say, oy vey, it's no good. Today we have a chance to say, ad kan, no more. Let's do something about it. It is my honor, it is my privilege to introduce to you the next congressman from the district here in New York State, Sullivan County, 22nd District.
Yes.
George Phillips.
Friendship, for introducing me to leaders in the community in Brooklyn who are so active in the summer. I know that's so important to Sullivan County, to New York State here. I'm so thankful to have good friends here who are serving and have distinguished records of public service here, from Senator Bonasek on down. It's great to have you here. And sir, thank you so much for just taking us into your home here, taking time out for us. I've often said that politics is important, but faith and family is the most important here. And you are a model, you are a symbol for even those who are not in your community of the way you live your lives. I had the chance to first meet the Orthodox and Hasidic community when I was working for Congressman Chris Smith from New Jersey, and he represents Lakewood, New Jersey. In the 1980s, his first human rights mission was to try to rescue and advocate for Jews in the Soviet Union. The Iran threat is just paramount, and that's one of the things that has woken up, I think, the Jewish community about my opponent. Consistently one of the only members of Congress to vote against sanctions on Iran, a state sponsor of terrorism, who have used surrogates to murder civilians through Hamas and Hezbollah in Israel, who have murdered U.S. soldiers through surrogates in Iraq. When I was a congressional aide about 8 years ago, I'll never forget the day I sat at a congressional hearing and an expert witness testified, and he said, we should have someone at the White House close to the president every day who all they do is think about Iran and the Iranian threat, and that they're talking to the president on a daily basis. 8 years later, unfortunately, that threat has become much, much worse. And it's a tremendous threat, not just for Israel. We have a leader who has denied the Holocaust exists, who's threatening to wipe Israel off the map, but also for the United States. And in Congress, these will be my passions: the security for Israel, confronting the Iranian threat. Michael also mentioned that I'm an educator. I teach at a small private school in Binghamton. I have a meager salary, I'm sure, like many of your teachers. And what I saw today in our previous stop just reinforced what I knew here: the tremendous goodness of the community, whether you're Jewish, Christian, or even non-religious, to see the efforts of this community to raise fine citizens.
And his courage. You know, he lost a brother Tuesday night. And he has other brothers, but he's staying the course and fulfilling the mission. And we thank him for continuing this mission in trying to embrace our family values, the protection of Israel and our homeland security. We have a president, and I've said this, and I've never said it about any president in my life, I think the enemy is in the White House. And the country certainly is going in the wrong direction. I have an opponent that criticizes me because I don't support gay marriage. You know, when I talk about family, not, you know, civil unions may be okay, but marriage traditionally in all the religions that I know is always between man and a woman. The other thing is we got to stop the march to socialism and the entitlement culture, and we got to get back to the basics that we know. Help private businesses, help them with their tax credits, help empower them with economic freedom to create jobs. And when you create jobs and help small businesses, the tide of everyone rises. And when the tide of everyone rises and there's more revenue for government, then we can do more to help the people. So I'm a George Phillips fan. I'm here to support him. And I also want to thank all the gentlemen around this room for their support. We're going to need it. This November is D-Day. I feel it's critical to my children and grandchildren what happens on November 2nd, mainly in Washington. And Albany is Washington light. Same thing, what's happening in Washington, that movement is in Albany. And as you know, in the Senate, we have 32 Democrats, 30 Republicans. We need 2 seats. We win 2, we get checks and balances, we get back to the values that we all share. So I look at this as the most important election in my life, in the country's life. And thank you.
Certainly. I too would like to thank Chaim and everyone here for inviting me this morning. It's a pleasure and honor to sit here with Senator Bonasek and our next congressman, along with the sheriff and the chairman of the Republican Party. This community to me means so much, not only government-wise. They're in the town of Thompson, which is my town, and we work close together. We've had some difficulties in the past, but we've ironed them out and everything's worked out well. But I was recently ill in Mount Sinai, and if it weren't for this community and Rabbi Hager, what they did for me in Mount Sinai, well, I wouldn't be here today to be sitting at this table, thanking you for allowing me to be here and supporting these fine gentlemen. You mentioned teachers before. I'm proud to say that I have a son that's a history teacher in Monticello, and I have another son that's the president of South University in Savannah, Georgia. So everything that what your values are my values as well. And once again, thank you.
Thank you. Sheriff?
Chaim, thank you for putting this together. Thank you. Senator Bonasek's race is almost as important as George Phillips. Our country's going in the wrong direction. We have no checks and balances at the state level. We have no checks and balances on the federal level. I think George Phillips is the right man at the right time, and at a time where our government really needs to turn around and head in the other direction on almost every level. So I'm excited about his candidacy. I'm hopeful that with everybody's support, we'll see a new congressman for our district and hopefully take to Congress where we can turn things around, because if the leadership does not change, as Senator Bonasek always says, if we don't take back one of the houses where the leadership changes, I don't care how many good people we put in, it's the people that decide what's going to be voted on, what direction we're taking. It won't matter what all those good people feel. All they'll do is have an opportunity to vote up or down on it. We have to get the people that are setting the compass for this country, the direction, and turn it around, and I'd say almost 180 degrees, and get back to family values, and a government where the people are involved and do make a difference in the government. So, thank you.
I really appreciate being here very, very much. I served in the Bush administration for 5 years, up until 2 years ago in the Department, USDA, United States Department of Agriculture. And I just worked closely with Pelosi, a little bit with Harry Reid. Water and agriculture were important in their areas. And I just was amazed when they were elevated to the positions they were in, but I thought they would step up to the plate and, put the larger good in front of them. It did not happen.
I would like to thank all of you for coming, and we hope to be able, each individual, we hope to be able to work together, after November.